Gym Challenge, Premier Challenge, Finals, CP on the line, Grant Weldon, Giovanni Costa. Gio back at it again, always in the finals of these events.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he I remember he made a tweet saying that he didn't want to come to the locals anymore because he gets no points for getting second. But I guess if he gets first, then he does get points.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's chasing for that first. One of the pillars of consistency. Also, Grant here, also one of the pillars of consistency.
Fantastic player in his own right.
Yeah, but honestly, I mean, it doesn't look consistent to me because he is not running Reggie Drago. I'm kidding. All jokes aside. Yeah, no, we've seen Grant's team before. Again, it's Tornadus, Ogre Pawn, Flutterman, Urshifu, Single Strike, Furgraph, and Heatran. And like we know, Heatran is pretty good into Gio's team if he plays it right. And Gio, we've seen this team also before because he was on the stream earlier as well, which is Goldengo, Incineroar, Ogre Pawn, Wellspring, Fluttermane, Urshifu, and Furgraph. So honestly, funny enough, they have the same, like 4 of their Pokemon are the same.
Yeah.
It's just that Grant has a more, well, I wouldn't even say a more defensive fire type, but like a different fire type, you know what I mean? Like it does different stuff. And also he has a speed control option in Tornadus, while the only speed control Gio really has is that Trick Room.
Yeah.
Right, and yeah, so Grant realizing that Heatran's pretty good into this matchup as well, and also bringing his Urshifu Dark. Again, Urshifu Dark picking up so much in usage recently.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy how quickly the script flipped.
It is kind of crazy because it went from Regulation E, everybody's running Rapid Strike, to early Reg F, okay, what do we do, to, I mean, we are not even a month into Regulation F, and Single Strike is the premier form.
Yeah, I remember at Portland, like the graph, they're kind of slowly inching, and then once you saw Charlotte, it like completely flipped. Now like Single Strike is above Rapid Strike.
Yeah,
it's like crazy. Now speaking of Single Strike, they both lead with it. So one is Tornadus Urshifu, not the water Tornadus Urshifu, that's for sure.
Yeah,
but still just as powerful, and against the Fluttermane Dark Urshifu as well.
Yeah, and this is an interesting spot. So both of these teams do have some degree of speed control here. Grant's Tornadus obviously has Tailwind. Gio's Fluttermane has the Icy Wind. With the booster speed, it should still outspeed. It might outspeed a Tailwind.
It depends on how. It depends on how much speed that Grant has put into it, right? If it's like a Jolly variant, then maybe. But at the same time, a lot of early Terrastal. Maybe doesn't really want to. Maybe Gio doesn't really want to risk any of the speed, speed interactions here. He could just maybe save that for next game, and it would be a little safer. He's just going for pretty safe play, just going for Terra Fairy, and Urshifu just goes for the Sucker Punch, breaking the Sash.
This actually could just take out the Urshifu right now.
And it is faster.
And it is faster.
So now Gio, not only does Gio know that, Grant knows that, so he knows he can't just go for that next game probably. Good. Gio, again, Gio just made the safe play. He kind of just covered for all those options there. So he was just like, oh well, even if it does Wicked Blow into me, it's not going to do too much. And then if it doesn't Tailwind, then I just take it out. So it's like it's very.
And that was a massive opening move for Gio, because now the other Urshifu's gone. Your Urshifu, you can switch it out. You can do what you want with it.
And Sash
your Fluttermane is Sash still intact. Your Fluttermane can do whatever it wants. It's an interesting switch, but not a terrible idea.
Yeah, but Heatran's actually putting on a good amount of pressure here, which is why he protects there.
Yeah, it's certainly putting on a bit of pressure. I think it was. I could imagine it being scared of getting trapped there a little bit between a close combat and a Moonblast. That Bleak Wind gonna do basically nothing. The Incineroar is going to be able to use Fake Out at the very least. Heat Wave should also do like nothing.
Yeah, so Incineroar taking like a really small chunk out there. Assault Vest paying a lot of dividends already. Take nothing from the Bleak Wind Storm, took nothing from the Heat Wave. Even though that's expected, but you know. So yeah, no, Incineroar barely taking the damage here and putting on some good Fake Out pressure. And meanwhile, Grant does have on this Tornadus, it is a Terra Dark Tornadus, and it's Covert Cloak, so it can't get faked out. He has to just go for the Heat Trend there, which again, the safe play. But it does open up the Tornadus to get hit by a Dazzling Gleam here.
Does indeed, and it might just get hit.
Oh, Moonblast, sorry.
Hit hard by a Moonblast here.
Yeah, and Tornaduses don't run too bulky, but this one seems to be pretty bulky.
Hit though.
Yeah.
Just enough.
Yeah, no,
Tornadus is still a legendary Pokemon. Still get some good.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Good bulk in there.
And not only that, the booster speed Flutter Mains don't like to run insanely a lot of special attack, right?
Leak Wind misses the Flutter Main. Could be pretty big.
Yeah.
Icy Wind is interesting. Actually, he
trend
misses the Heat Ran.
But does that pick up the Tornadus? Yeah. And that was probably the target he was going for.
Well, I think the big thing is to get the speed drop onto the Heat Ran while finishing off the what's it called? While finishing off the
that was a crit. Oh my god.
The Tornadus. That was a crit. That did a lot of damage, but the Incineroar is still standing and able to get a big knockoff off.
Oh man, and that life orb is gone. So honestly, the Heat Trend might not be doing much. And honestly, this Ogerpon is probably not going to be doing much. It's not the fire one, so
Ogerpon may, depending on what the read is here, Ogerpon may now or soon eat a gigantic Moonblast.
Yeah, and honestly, again, Geo has Mons in the back, so it's just
Smart
like
protect.
Yeah, Geo just has Mons in the back, so it's like really nice. Goes with the spiky shield. I'm guessing maybe.
I think the spiky shield was hoping that Heat Wave would finish off both of these targets. It'll get the Incineroar, but not the Flutter Main, and Flutter Main will now be able to just go right into the spiky shield, or go right into the Ogerpon. Might have to spiky shield again, to be honest. But even then, it's like something else will come out now for Geo, and it's the Urshifu, which means that it'll be able to just hit something really hard.
So. Yeah, so it's I mean, again, Sucker Punch is live too, so it's like even if the Heat Trend wants to go for an attack, it can't really. And I don't know the speed tiers between the Ogerpon and the Urshifu. I know Grand Ogerpon is pretty fast. So probably will move first. So I mean,
I think it's Flutter Main, Ogerpon.
Yeah, Flutter Main, Ogerpon, Urshifu, Heat Trend.
The issue is that I think that means that the Flutter Main can do as much damage as it wants to Ogerpon. Urshifu can't get knocked out because it's Sash, and it'll finish off the Heat Ran.
But Grant did save his Terra, so this special defense Terra is gonna actually pay a lot of dividends here, right? Yeah, so it's gonna get the special defense boost, pure water type. Probably gonna honestly eat, like, if Moonblast goes into the slot, it's gonna eat it.
It will.
Yeah, and follow me's to avoid any sucker punches.
It's nice.
Whether it's gonna be worth is beyond me, right? But I mean, it'll probably take it. Depending on how bulky it is, it'll probably take a Wicked Blow.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna try to chip it out here. Doesn't take it really well, but it takes it nonetheless. And Heat Wave comes out. Now, it's really interesting because depending on what Geo has in the back, Trent can probably finish this off, maybe.
Potentially. I think the big issue is that, it's the Ogerpon on the other side. I think the big issue is that Grant is at -1 speed on both his Pokemon because of that.
And it's probably just gonna be like a Wicked Blow, Horn Leech, right?
Yeah.
Or probably you could Wicked, like
Geo's is Wood Hammer, but you could probably just like
Wood Hammer Wicked Blow, or Wood Hammer Close Combat or something.
Wood Hammer Close Combat, I think, is the ideal, and it's gonna be hard to do anything about that.
Yeah.
Will be to follow me again out of the Ogerpon, trying to get whatever value possible out of the Heat Ran. It will be the Wood Hammer, which will most certainly finish that off.
Yeah, there's no way it lives that ever, especially with how low it was. So yeah, going down here, and Geo, I mean, he got solid lead and ran with it, right? I mean, taking out that Dark Urshifu.
And it will be Wicked Blow, but still finishes off anyways.
Yeah, and the Dark Urshifu, I mean, that Dark Urshifu going down turn 1 for Grant was pretty rough there, right?
Yeah, I think that was just a really, really smart opener from Grant, from Geo. Like, realizing that my booster speed is faster than their Tailwind Urshifu, and so my Flutter Mane will be able to destroy that Urshifu before anything else can happen.
Yeah, the thing
And that
is,
Flutter Mane kept applying like speed control pressure through the entire battle.
Yeah.
Like that's why you do booster speed, is because you become faster than like anything else in the metagame, because 135 base speed plus booster energy, turns out that's really, really fast.
Yeah, I believe the calc to outspeed, the speed you need to reach at like level 50 is like around 155, 156 speed in order to outspeed a booster Flutter and a booster bundle under Tailwind.
Yeah.
So that Urshifu clearly was not that, and that Flutter, while it probably wasn't max speed booster, it just still doesn't reach enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, even like, and now that Grant knows that though, he can adjust accordingly. Again, it's only game 1, right? I mean, he can still bring it back. There's no way he can't. And yeah, no, he's bringing. I think he didn't even bring the Dark Shifu. I don't think I saw him click it here.
Grants? Oh, yeah, I'm not sure about this one. I wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna be as surprised as you are. I really like Geo's trainer card.
Oh yeah.
The really close-up picture of Dragonite is very funny to me.
Oh, yeah. The Flutter Mane Urshifu, same lead as last game, and Ogerpon Heatran. So
I like switching it up. I like the switching it up quite a bit. It was clear the Tornadus was not getting it done last time.
But it's actually very interesting, right? I mean, Grant could kind of, if he really wants, get sack the Ogerpon for like a Heat Wave or something, but the trade's not very good. And I don't think a Flash Cannon takes out the Flutter Mane, unfortunately, even though it's Life Orb. So it's gonna be really interesting here. I mean, actually, maybe the Life Orb does pick it up, depending on how bulky Flutter Mane is. But in terms of this Dark Shifu, it can kind of do whatever it wants, though. Now,
it kind of can.
Yeah, it can click Wicked Blow without any real.
It is the Stellar Terra, the cool Rainbow Terra.
Yep. It's still same typing, but it gets like a kind of like a it gets like, how do you say
damage?
Yeah. It gets the bonus damage, and also it can only like use the bonus damage like once per type, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like
the gems.
Yeah, it's kind of like the gems, I guess. I mean, yeah.
Get a close combat first into that Ogerpon.
Yeah,
it will
that's definitely going to take it out.
That's certainly going to be enough damage. I like the decision to go for the Icy Wind with the Flutter Mane, knowing that, because it's definitely not going to do anything to the Heat Ram.
Yeah.
The question is, what does the Heat Ram get done now?
Yeah, it goes to the Flash Cannon into the Flutter Mane. Does it take it out? Yes, it does. Very good trade on Grant's end. I personally didn't know. I didn't personally know if it was gonna, go into KO, but I mean, it is. So Grant actually gonna send in his own booster speed Flutter Mane.
Well, and that's the thing now, is that Grant is in a spot where his Flutter Mane now gets to be the fastest thing on the field and have super effective matchups against both of these Pokemon and threaten them quite a bit more. Like, I think like something like Dazzling Gleam Heat Wave it's not the safest thing in the world, but it's not,
because there is fake out pressure.
There is fake out pressure. It might. The first turn could be like a double protect. Oh no, it can't be.
No, he's just going for that. And honestly, it's not bad. I wouldn't say it's like that bad, right? Because even if he goes for like a Wicked Blow or a close combat, this Flutter Mane's gonna live, most likely.
I think my biggest fear of clicking Terra Flutter Mane here would be if it was red and the fake out was going into like that right there.
Really good,
fantastic read.
Fantastic read, yeah.
And that Wicked Blow should be able to finish it off.
Yeah, because that is powered up with the Stellar Terra type. Oh, lives on 5 HP.
That was close.
That was close, but I mean, is that a crit? Oh, is it crit on the
Incineroar, not on the Urshifu.
Urshifu is just
it's just really
very
strong.
frail. Yeah, it's just very frail. Urshifu, and but now we need to think, right? Is he gonna go for the Sucker Punch? Is he gonna go for the Wicked? Yeah, so it's a little interesting here, but he's just going for the attacks, right? Because I think what he knows is Heat Wave. If a Sucker Punch goes into the Flutter, the Heat Wave will just pick it up. Yeah, Heat Wave.
Well, yeah. Well, I think that's the thing, is that if Geo tries to Sucker Punch into the Flutter Mane, then I think that's a smart choice, but I think Grant could have gotten out of that with a Protect.
Yeah, but
It's a 50-50.
yeah, well, it was a 50-50, right? I guess Grant just went for it, and Heat Wave connects. That's what I was kind of worried about, whether it will connect or
Yeah,
not.
that's always the fear, but it does get the Urshifu out of there at the very least.
And
does mean the Incineroar gets a big knockoff, though.
Yeah, it's going to be a big knockoff right into the knocking off that life orb. Oh, it's actually U-turns, actually. Very interesting.
It's not bad.
What could he have in the back? Maybe Farigiraf or something?
Yeah, we've already seen...
Yeah.
Yeah, we've already seen the Urshifu and the Flutter Mane drop, so the Incineroar will be coming back out.
Yeah, so to drop an Intimidate on Grant's Urshifu.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Grant might actually have a pretty good way out of this, because he can just double protect this turn, but also the issue is this Farigiraf is going to go for a Trick Room, probably, to clean it up, right? But the thing is, he trends really well positioned here.
Yeah.
He's not going to be taking double damage from the knockoffs anymore because his item is gone. And Farigiraf can't really do much to it. So, I mean, it's in a pretty good position. I'm just more worried about like what this Urshifu is going to get to do, right? We don't know where the fake out's going to go.
That's the thing. I agree with that on some level, but I also think Grant just kind of gets to attack right now.
Yeah.
And there's not a huge downside to it. Like, yeah, the Urshifu gets the Sash broken. Now the Earth Power goes through.
Very good Earth Power. Does not take it
knock out. I was worried about that.
Yeah, the assault vest.
Assault vest.
Yeah.
I swear, I see Geo's Incineroar, and it just has more special bulk. It does have more special bulk than every other one, because it has assault vest. But I feel like it's one of those things where I see Geo's Pokemon, and they're just stronger than mine.
yeah. It's just like...
It does take a little bit more of a hit there. Like my Incineroar would have dropped to that one.
Yeah, because again, Assault Vest making a lot of difference, and probably has a pretty good special defense investment into it if he really wanted to, right? Because Intimidate also kind of gives you an Assault Vest, just for the physical side, just with Intimidate.
Exactly.
So like, you could kind of afford to go a little more specially as well. So Protect coming out here.
Protect. It means that the Urshifu didn't protect, I believe. Incineroar's gonna U-turn.
Yeah, not gonna do much. Same as this Hyper Voice does. Does Grant think he could survive it? Oh, it does survive.
Barely.
And if he gets this Wicked Blow into the Farigiraf, it's over.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, oh my god. Okay, well, Grant, clutch survival on Grant's part. And Incineroar's just low enough to, like, not really do much, right? Because it only has single target moves.
Incineroar is not going to be able to win this one.
And
I don't think it has the damage against Heatran.
And honestly, Grant could probably just like sucker punch if he really wanted to feel funny about it, too. And Geo just forfeits, and we have a game three on our hands. Good job to Grant there. Really, again, he had the he played to the Heatran win condition like we were talking about earlier. You know how what is it? What is his name?
Brand's team? Or no, it was the one before that.
Yeah.
Now I'm forgetting as well.
Yeah, I'm forgetting as well. Unfortunate. It's fine. We'll learn his name.
We were mentioning it.
Eventually.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. It was that same kind of win condition against Geo's team, and Geo definitely has outs against this Heatran, but Geo also has to keep those outs really healthy, and the Urshifu is taken down very quickly by Grant. Very, very quickly and cleanly. And even though it was able to get some damage down, even though Grant had a couple little misplays, that Heatran was able to hold down the fort towards the end of the battle, and Geo just can't let that happen.
Yeah, and I mean, as we've seen, the Urshifu is kind of like the Urshifus and Fluttermanes are like very integral to these strategies. If any of them go down, it's like really hard for both players, So, I mean, preserving the sashes or like, just getting crucial Wicked Blow knockouts, burning Terras, and whatnot, right? That's why these Fluttermanes are just like throwing out their Terras. They don't want to get Wicked Blowed by Terra Dark Urshifu, right? Because they know it's going to survive a hit because it's sashed.
Yeah. Maybe Fluttermane Urshifu once again from Geo.
And Ogerpon Fluttermane here. And I think Grant is just... I wouldn't be surprised if Grant just kind of goes for, like a follow me, Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Grant just goes for like Follow Me, Wicked, like Dazzling Gleam or something.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but they're both booster speed, and it's actually very interesting. They're either speed tying, or they're or one's faster.
Yeah,
right?
I'm really not sure
and I
what
think
the
the-
matchup is there.
yeah.
We don't have the numbers.
Yeah,
we
don't-
cannot crunch the numbers off the top of our head.
Yeah.
Don't ask me.
I am looking at the Fluttermans. They are both different levels, so it's a little hard to figure that out on the sheets here. We'll not talk about that. So here we go. Fluttermane terastalizing. Whose was it? I did not see. I'm not good at looking at people's trainer models.
It's Grant's.
Yeah,
It might be
Grant.
both of them, actually.
It might be both of them, honestly.
It could
Yeah,
actually be both of them.
Yeah, but it's actually the
No, it
Urshifu,
will
the
be the
Stellar Terror type.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that in the
yeah.
last battle.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, that does mean that the Urshifu could be hit pretty hard by the opposing Fluttermane. 'Cause
Icy
even with
Wind
the
coming
Icy
in.
Wind, I think
Do you
that
think this
Grant's
is a double
Fluttermane
up?
gets a hit off.
I think this is a because I think the Ogerpon lived the last Wicked Blow or close combat from this.
It did not. It
It
got
did-
taken down by
okay.
close combat, and it will once again.
Yeah, it will once again get taken down by close combat, but it will get Dazzling Gleamed for its troubles, bringing it down to its sash.
Yeah. That's not bad though.
Yeah,
Look at the damage Dazzling Gleam does
to the opposing
Fluttermane.
Yeah,
That's the question. That's a lot of
that's
damage
a lot
to
of
Fluttermane.
that's a really good damage. And honestly, you know with what he has in the back, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Brings in his own Urshifu, and he can probably. Oh my god, the visual glitch there.
Fluttermane keeps blocking Urshifu coming into battle. It's happened 3 or 4 times today, and I'm not sure why.
Yeah, so now the Sucker Punch is going into there, but crucially, Geo's Sucker Punch is faster because of the Icy Wind earlier.
Yeah.
So that's why Sucker Punching into the Fluttermane. There we go. Fluttermane down, and now I don't think Urshifu's not going to get this KO, but
yeah, it is down to Sash, which is at least good for Geo. But now you're down to your last 2 Pokemon.
Now it's a 3. Yeah, now it's a 3 versus 1. I mean,
Yeah,
sorry, 3 versus
2.
2, right? And you could always, and then again, this Fluttermane just exerting so much pressure. Hasn't really been touched that much this game.
Hasn't been touched, period. Oh, it got hit by the Icy Wind at the beginning, which is a little bit impactful.
And there's no reason for Grant not to like double protect here if he brings in like Incineroar or something.
Yeah.
Right. So like he just double protects the fake out.
Yeah,
it's probably just
exactly.
Incineroar for Rigraff in the back or something, right?
Yeah.
Oh no,
I believe it's the
Ogerpon.
Ogerpon, yeah.
No, he just double protects this fake out turn. He never has to worry about fake out like ever again this game, right? 'Cause
Exactly.
Geo can't cycle anything.
Exactly.
So, yeah, no, just
There still could be outs here for Geo. The Urshifu is on very low HP. The Fluttermane is very, like, frail.
yeah, no, they're definitely outs. It's just whatever Grant has in the back is really important. I believe it is the Heatran, right? I believe I mean, we don't even know if it's Heatran, but
yeah, I believe it is Heatran. I believe we
yeah.
saw earlier that it was Heatran,
Yeah.
which does
honestly
mean
doesn't do
that-
too much into these guys.
Yeah,
actually.
Heatran will really struggle
So
when
he
it comes
kinda-
out here. So
he kinda
in this
needs,
case, if after the double protect, we already get the double protect. I'm already like forgetting.
I think he's just deciding whether
Is
he
this
wants
the double
to.
protect turn? Yeah. Okay, yeah. I think we did see the double protect. So
Yeah.
after the double protect, the question is. So I believe Ogerpon will move first out of this set after the Icy Wind.
It depends on the speed of Flutter, because Flutter could still outspeed it naturally.
I think it can. I think the issue, because we saw Fluttermane be slower than Urshifu earlier, right?
Oh, oh yeah, I believe we.
So Ogerpon, I'm pretty sure, has to be faster than that. So Ogerpon will, to play it out, it'll be Ogerpon, Fluttermane, Urshifu, Incineroar, or Urshifu then Fluttermane, depending on whatever the speed numbers on those are. But regardless, Ogerpon will probably get its choice of thing to hit really hard and probably knock out even.
And then
then Incineroar will be able to clean up something else. Like I don't know how much Incineroar will be able to do to, for example, a Fluttermane. Yeah, like this Incineroar Flare Blitz or even knockoff. Well, knockoff will do way less.
I think
so
kind of
probably
has to
Flare
Moonblast the Ogerpon here. Yeah.
Yeah. Ivy Cudgel, it will be I like this choice into the Flutter
Oh,
main.
the critical hit.
Critical hit.
I don't know if
I
that
don't think it mattered. I don't think it mattered. That is
Yeah.
a very frail Flutter main.
Yeah.
But that is a huge KO. And now this Urshifu has a decision to make.
Does he go for the close combat here? No, he goes for the
I
Wicked
think the Wicked Blow is a better choice.
And doesn't
and it's
get
not
the
gonna get there.
KO, and knockoff comes out.
Yeah.
And now it is a thing of what can this Heatran do?
Yeah. How much does Heatran take against Ivy Cudgel?
So here's
first of all,
here's the thing. Heatran, while it's not faster, it could probably take an Ivy Cudgel, right?
it can probably take an Ivy Cudgel.
It's just the
it'll then
knockoff
be,
after.
Yeah, and then it'll be the knockoff after, and then the one-on-one against Incineroar. There's the Ivy Cudgel.
Oh, that just straight up takes the KO. Gio is going to be our champion for this PC. Well done. He's getting a CP. Even though he was kind of he talked about it. He was just like, I don't know if I want to come to these anymore. But he came, he won again. Good stuff to Gio. Well played by Grant as well.
Yeah.
Good stuff all around.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. Tons of really fantastic play we saw here today, but Gio's Gio. Gio will keep getting it done. The San Antonio regional winner. He keeps winning these locals, and we'll see. I believe. I'm assuming he'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah, no, there's probably going to be here tomorrow. It's an MSS after all.
MSS tomorrow.
So the BFLs
people.
are different. Yeah.
Over 40 people. I don't know if you can still sign up. I don't know. Come out anyways. If you're coming, show up on time.
Yeah, show up on time, please. Don't be like me and Josh here. We came probably 20 minutes late due to unforeseen circumstances. So we'll just say that.
I showed up late, but I'm allowed to.
Yeah, no. But honestly, I mean, the thing is, these TOs are really nice about it. If you're gonna be 5 minutes late, they won't mind. Just message them in either the SoCal VGC Discord, and honestly, I think you should, if you just want information on locals, you should just join that.
Just
anyway.
Join the Discord anyway.
Yeah, join it anyway, or the PAL Gaming Discord, which is this stream right here. So so if you guys again, just message any of them in any of those Discords and say, hey, I'm gonna be late. But I mean, that's a different story completely. But please, I think we are capped, but the thing is, I mean, we're close to capped.
There are
a few spots. Yeah.
Sign up right now.
Yeah,
Do it.
Sign up right now. And honestly, if you wanted to hear it from me, there's some times where people do sign up online and they don't actually come, right? So if it's capped online, there's still a chance for you to just come in person and still get the spot anyway, right? There's always a few people like that. They just kind of sign up, maybe I'll go. Something happens last minute, and then maybe a spot will come up for you too, right? I wouldn't say get your hopes up entirely, but there's a chance. So just try. And also, even if you don't get in, right? It's super